Hi there, dear Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all. This is your new moon reading here in the sign of Aries, and it's going to be on the 15th to 16th approximately. But of course, the energy of the new moon can bubble out before and after the exact date that it sets, a few days here and there, right? Potent energies. So however it is that it resonates and aligns up with you as far as when you are experiencing these energies, so to speak, as you may see it or perceive it. Let's get right on with it. Just again, keep in mind that it may resonate a few days before and a few days after, nonetheless, or however else it may resonate with you at any other period and point in time as you may perceive it. You've got the Judgment card upright that you've just flown out with, and it's right over perpendicular to the Daughter of Cups horizontally laid, the Seven of Cups horizontally laid. There is I'm hearing a whole ebb and flow. I'm hearing of discovery for a number of you, of the recognition that in a certain way there's a whole lot that we want. I'm hearing a whole lot more that we want to discover of perhaps a potential partnership. Specifically, if so, with an individual who's got a lot of water in their chart, Daughter of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And or a lot, I'm getting a lot more to discover of what it is that I'm hearing identify with emotionally, and I'm hearing that we identify as an emotional truth, and I'm hearing verbatim that perhaps even that we want to make a decision on. And it's almost like it's like 1 minute I feel like I'm hearing I'm fully loaded with my answer. I'm hearing with access. I'm hearing as well to the answers. I'm hearing to source for a number of you. Out pops the Six of Cups, right over the Three of Cups, right over the Seven of Wands, yes, Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, right at the base of that stack. A focus on matters of partnership, of the heart, of also I'm hearing family relations. There is a focus on, I'm hearing the intercourse of discourse. Okay, specifically, how is it that we're not only communicating, but we are really getting into what it is that we're communicating, and what is it that we're clarifying of what we're communicating, and on an emotional level, on an intuitive level, on an energetic and spiritual level, even perhaps for a number of you. And it's almost like I'm hearing it doesn't even. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera. I was hearing it doesn't even matter anymore. I'm hearing take it off. I'm hearing okay. Five of Cups, like off like a band-aid. Whatever has been emotionally stagnant, standstill, has served and serves to remind you of, illuminate for you what holds as an emotional truth for you, Virgo. And it's almost like okay, I'm trying to find my answer. It's almost like my answer is illuminated by way of what has not served me, what has not in a certain way very clearly been a source of illumination, of emotional satisfaction as well, where I feel that I find my balance. And the question is, well, do I need to move my things? I'm hearing specifically the Five of Swords in reverse that points over into Judgment upright. It's a confrontation of, I'm hearing how it is that you have in a certain way interpreted, analyzed, mentalized in a certain way what has been experienced on an emotional, intuitive, energetic, spiritual level. Perhaps for a number of you. Now, there's a question of translocation. Dear Virgo, Six of Wands upright and the Chariot card upright. Perhaps even related to the archetype of Cancer. You may be dealing with a Cancer. Nonetheless, where is it that we feel, I'm hearing, we call home? Not because it is literally, I'm hearing a place, and I'm hearing, and even within a certain time frame, I'm hearing that can be associated with or to a place and or a time, or a place in time. Take it as you will. Perhaps a focus on history, on the past. There is the feeling, I'm hearing antiquity. It's almost like the feeling, the desire to feel that there is a sense of almost nostalgia, okay, as well. But that there is the recognition that I'm hearing our place is timeless. And that could be taken in a number of ways, right? Interpreted in a number of ways. How is it that it resonates with you? There is take it as it resonates with you. However it is that it may resonate with you, take it however it is that it may resonate with you, dear Virgo. Nonetheless, the feeling that I'm getting is that there is a recognition a very deep recognition of what home, so to speak, feels like, is to feel like. It feels like. Also, I'm getting I'm hearing in a deep-seated way where it's like, I'm hearing, I know what home feels like, and it doesn't feel like that. I know where I feel that I'm hearing in my comfort zone. I'm hearing in my happy place. I'm hearing my happy home, and I know when I'm not. I'm hearing when my style feels cramped. I also recognize when I'm hearing subjected to my own throne, and I'm hearing escape. I know when in a certain way, I'm hearing am limiting my own potential. I'm hearing specifically, as you may perceive it or feel it, by way of, in a certain way, I'm hearing the potential of my physical movement, but it can be taken in a number of ways, and not necessarily positive or negative, and right, well, hopefully not, always, hopefully not, in terms of how it is that, right, there is a sort of limiting of potential, right? There's, and it can be taken and interpreted in a number of ways again. But how it is that in a certain way I'm hearing disillusioned in a certain way by what it is that presents itself as a depiction of satisfaction and happiness, circumstantially, environmentally. And it's almost like, oh, well, this painting on my wall should remind me of what happiness looks like, feels like, tastes like, sound like. But when I am in that environment and I'm hearing, I get the creepy crawlies, I get the heebie-jeebies, take it as you will. I understand that it doesn't suit me. When I, let's say, am in a certain environment and in a certain way, I recognize that it is considered to be an ideal, but it's just not doing it for me. I'm just not feeling it there. Then I recognize that, you know what? I'm hearing it serves me better to move on. I'm hearing to move homes. I'm hearing, for a number of you, whatever that may mean to a number of you. There is a recognition as well, though, above all, Virgo, above and beyond all, that there is a need for transformation of what the concept of stability also means for us. And there is a focus on where it is that we guide and direct ourselves in finding literally the physical place that feels to be like a safe haven, so to speak, emotionally. And also, there is, as I'm getting it, a focus on passion, on creativity, and it's almost like it is sort of alluded to, and there is the sort of perhaps thinking that a certain context, a certain place, a certain environment can stimulate and even almost project for me a certain image of passion, a certain also dynamism that I know I hold a certain potential for and a certain propensity of, but that I still remain, I'm hearing, in question of a balance of how is it that I am in a certain way to, I'm hearing, fine-tune, I'm hearing my bearings I'm hearing present for a number of you myself, okay? And it's almost like to present the passion, it's not just about, I'm hearing passion, it's not just about, I'm hearing putting a stamp and a sticker on it. It's also not about just ripping off the sticker. It's about, so to speak, it's about a certain balance yet again. And it's almost like the desire is to synchronize with what feels to be a right time, again, in a right place for, I'm hearing, a certain exploration. I'm hearing of, for a number of you, of pleasure, of sexuality, for a number of you, whatever that may mean, in whatever way that may be interpreted or perceived by yourself or others. There is a focus on how it is that in a certain way we are identifying with what feels to be, again, a sort of, I'm hearing ambiguous, a stimulation of I'm hearing for a number of you expression in a creative, dynamic way, also in a very quirky way, what we feel is sort of a quirk of ours, that in a certain way we also feel, well, this is to come into the mix, okay? I'm hearing something, I'm hearing odd, I'm hearing odd one out, but I'm meant to be out and about. I'm hearing sharing my talents and my gifts. And how is it that in a certain way I feel that I'm hearing Reiki specifically here for a number of you, right up and out. How is it that I feel in a certain way I am to attune my skills and my talents in such a way that I'm hearing holds a symbiotic sort of form of a relationship with my environment, with the circumstance that I operate through and perform through, or perform as, I'm hearing as well. And I'm seeing it literally as like I'm blending with my environment. I'm hearing the stage is not just I'm hearing set. It's like the stage is created in the moment that I imagine it. And how it is that I imagine it is to be in a certain way integrated with how it is that I utilize it. Okay. The focus being on what is a certain ideal considered to be an ideal, what is in a certain way considered to be also a decision of how it is that we act upon what it is that we are envisioning. Again, perhaps not as a single time or place, but how it is that I'm hearing we feel dissociated from a certain, I'm hearing pensiveness of what we feel to be a certain direction for us creatively, but also dissociated from what feels to be a singular sort of identity. I'm hearing a singular, also sort of I'm hearing circumstance that that is the liberator of this dream. And the recognition as I'm getting it, dear Virgo, yes, Virgo, is that I'm hearing you are, I'm hearing a natural being. And I'm getting for a number of you that there is a focus on nature and the desire to be in nature, the desire to, Virgo, yes. Okay, I for a moment, I had felt this Cancer's reading. Okay, dear Virgo, whatever that may mean to you, and this is the card of Cancer. Aha. Okay, so there could be a focus here specifically on an individual with a lot of Cancer in the chart as well, but nonetheless, there being a sort of the recognition perhaps that nature plays a certain role is also inspiring for us, is also in a certain way, I'm hearing oxygenates, I'm hearing blood flow, is in a certain way contributes to how it is that we in a certain way represent, I'm hearing ourselves in varying forms and modalities, and I'm getting almost even like a sort of a shape-shifting sort of energy here with this Chariot, but there is a certain direction that you feel you are to take on that is, I'm hearing in a certain way, not a matter of a singular direction again, but a question of almost exploration. And it's again sort of like, okay, well, just sheerly, I'm hearing releasing myself from a certain cycle of habit patterns that have been connected to a certain type of perhaps workplace environment. I'm hearing structure, I'm hearing also time, and how it is that in a certain way we're carrying out our day-to-day lifestyle. There is a sense of, I'm hearing performance, and the performance in a certain way is what contributes to this feeling of movement, of change, of even translocation. And There's a focus here on transformation here for you, dear Virgo. Love and light to you all. And thank you so much for tuning into your video. Thank you so much for your dear support. And for those of you who are wondering where the mid-April readings are, they are now available on the website alchemy.com. So for those of you who'd like to tune into that particular reading, the 15th to the 30th, I pull a card roughly for each of those days mixed with sort of a Celtic cross. And so for those of you who would like to view and purchase, the link is in the bio description box below. Thank you so much for your dear patience with this reading, and thank you so much for your dear support. And let's see, anything else? I think that's it. Okay, I highly recommend you as well to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign, dear Virgo. And if you're watching for matters of love, partnership, career, even creative hobbies, then I would highly recommend to check out your Venus sign, as there may be further illumination there or insights there. Okay. If you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box to provide, and that will calculate them for you. Okay, thank you so much again, dear Virgo. Enjoy this new moon in Aries, new beginnings here. I'm hearing a foot and a bound for you. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Virgo. Hi there, Virgo. Quick last message here. As I'm closing it out, and I'm getting that there is I'm getting that there is an incredible focus, specifically as it pertains to matters of transformation, on perception. So, and I'm just getting that especially specifically with the Judgment card. So again, if you're making a decision, if it's a question of direction, what I'm hearing also change modality, which direction, which orientation I'm hearing do I move forward in, there I'm hearing also organizationally, strategically, there could be a focus on perception again, and what it is that in a certain way we identify with and what we value as perhaps a certain priority or need circumstantially for alleviating for us even the need to identify very clearly a singular role perception that we feel that we are to take on. Okay, so matters of, again, perception in a certain way may be a focus point for you, and also one that you feel in a certain way is not to be a determining factor, so to speak, in the way of confirming, let's say, and isolating a singular variable for determining, let's say, what direction I want to move in. Okay, so it's almost like I'm getting that there is a certain open-endedness, and again, a focus on perhaps intuition, strongly so, may be a focus here. Okay, thank you so much again, dear Virgo, for tuning in. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.